Energy balance. According to your textbook, in the United States today, more than 70% of adults are either overweight or obese. And carrying excess body weight usually means excess body fat, which increases a whole bunch of chronic diseases, or the risks for chronic diseases. The number of people who carry excess fat has increased dramatically over the past 50 years. In 1960, only 13.4% of Americans were considered obese, and now we're up to over 70%. Excess body weight and fat are a major public health concern that affects both men and women of all ages, of all races, of all ethnic groups. Obesity rates for minorities often exceed those in the general population. So for instance, 48.4% of African Americans and 42.6% of Hispanic Americans are considered obese. Excess body weight is not just an American problem. However, it's also a growing concern worldwide. The worldwide incidence of obesity have more than doubled between 1980 and 2014, so within about 30 years. It is such an important trend that the term globesity has been coined to reflect this escalation in global obesity. And the reason why we are so concerned about this particular issue has nothing to do with what you look like or what your appearance is. It's because the link between excess body fat to chronic diseases is very, very high. And because the weight increases and then the incidences of these diseases increases, or these disorders increases, that puts a tax on our healthcare system, because we are treating more people for high blood pressures and all of the secondary problems that are associated with high blood pressure. We're treating people for an increased risk or rise in the rate of diabetes and all of the secondary problems that are associated with diabetes and the things that diabetics face. And so this increase in body fat and this increase in obesity causes an increase in our demands and requirements of our healthcare systems. And so globally, we're trying to figure out how do we manage this crisis in order to put less stress on our healthcare system. This week, you're going to look at the consequences of carrying excess body fat. You will also look at the opposite of that, the consequences of being excessively thin and not having enough body fats, the health consequences that are involved in being obese, and some of the general interventions that can be done in order to try and reduce your body fat or change your diet in order to reduce the amount of body fat in it.